What is up, you guys? It's your boy Kaneem, and welcome to another episode of Let's Geek Out. How's everybody doing today? Yo, it is time for a death battle, and it's been a minute since I've done one of these too. So today we are checking out Kratos from God of War. You see my dog in the background, and versus Asura from Asura's Wrath. Now, as much as I love Kratos, there's no way he's beating Asura. Okay, Asura's a completely different type of beast. I don't care what any of y'all got to say. All right. But without further ado, let's dive on in and check this bad boy out, see who comes out on top. While you're at it, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe for more videos, and let's see whose anger is the worst. My money's on Asura. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, this fight's gonna be crazy.
Kratos versus Asura.
The Ghost of Sparta versus the Wrathful Destructor. Because sometimes
Man.
you just want to punch a god in the face. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Turn this up
And
just
it's
a
our
little
job
bit.
to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Yeah, my money's on Asura. I'm sorry.
In the beginning, the primordials waged war across existence.
Yeah.
A series of cosmic
The story of God of
clashes
War
that
is
birthed
crazy.
the universe.
Boom! Now that's what I call a big bang.
From Ceto's death, the oceans would flow. From Uranus's strikes, the stars were spawned, and so forth. Thus, the world itself was born from violence.
Starting the whole messy
Literally.
cycle. Uranus was overthrown by his Titan son, Kronos, who was overthrown by his Olympian son, Zeus, who battled his own
Yeah.
son,
Kratos.
Kratos.
Yeah.
As a classic
Just a
bastard child of Zeus,
never-ending
Kratos lived
cycle.
among Spartan mortals, far exceeding all among him. He became a fierce
He's
warrior,
1,000
winning
years
many a
old?
battle,
1,000
until
plus?
finally
Jesus.
cornered by ruthless barbarians.
Plus,
Ares, destroy these guys who are kicking my ass, and my life is yours. A deal was made,
Yeah.
and Kratos was joined at the bone with the Blades of Chaos,
Yeah.
a set of chain swords, and basically a badass whirlwind of flame and steel.
But Ares
now I
had
wonder
a
if they're going to
scheme.
give him
While doing
his
work for
other
god, Kratos
weapons.
accidentally murdered his own family,
Yeah.
permanently marked by the ashes of his wife and daughter. He
Yeah.
was forevermore the Ghost,
Ghost of Sparta.
So he was kind of understandably really pissed off. Time for a new
Yeah.
god of war. The gods were crapping their togas in fear as the new god of war took out his rage on all of them.
Yeah.
And got some new gear out of it
Took
too.
out
With
everybody.
Poseidon's trident and Icarus's wings, Kratos
Yeah, that's a
dominated both
lot of
sea and
weapons.
sky. He also has a
But the
tendency
thing
to
is, he
carry
doesn't have
powerful
access to those
severed
weapons
heads,
anymore,
like
so
Medusa's.
And the claws of
the only thing he
Hades
has
could
access
steal
to is the
souls.
Leviathan,
Even the
that's
soul of
the
Hades
spear,
himself. Should've thought
the
that one
relics,
through, man.
and just
Neither
well, the
Perseus
stuff
or
on God of War and
Hercules
God of
were
War
a match for
Ragnarok.
Kratos, nor was
So-
Helios, the sun god capable of moving stars and spreading light across
Yeah,
the
man, he was
entire
going
underworld.
He
fought
went
Atlas, the
crazy
Titan
against
of
them,
strength,
against the
who broke
Titans
the
and the
load-bearing
guys. He
pillar of
went
the
ballistic.
universe. So Kratos forced him to hold up the cosmos on his own instead.
And he could do it with just one hand, according to the novelization.
Even his grandpappy Kronos failed to stop him.
His
the
grandpappy,
guy
that's
who
funny.
overthrew the primordial that punched the universe into existence.
Causing shockwaves that moved
Jesus.
over a quadrillion times faster than light. A frankly
Hey,
incomprehensible
leave it to death.
feat.
Then
Leave it to
there's
death
Daddy
battle
Zeus.
with
Who
their
proved a serious
exaggerated
challenge
numbers.
Until Kratos drew perhaps his ultimate weapon, the Blade of Olympus.
He can make tornadoes,
Yeah,
lightning,
and I think he still
force
has
fields.
the Blade
Oh,
of
and it
Olympus
can
from
zap the hell out
the
of you.
Valhalla
Incite
DLC.
godly energy and
I think he
can
still has
pull it up
access to that.
even kill Zeus. Like father, like son.
Even while Kratos ultimately released hope across the Greek world, he could only do so after annihilating everything.
Like a badass,
Yeah.
he was unstoppable, non-stop killing and sex and even more killing. And yet,
Jeez.
he couldn't be any
God,
more
oh.
depressed.
His wife and daughter were still gone. What
Yeah.
was he to do?
He didn't know. He wandered aimlessly for years, somehow stumbling into Norse mythology where he met
Yeah.
Faye, his second wife. Good start, buddy.
Kratos had a new lease on life, but he could not escape his past mistakes.
There's a reason he
Yeah.
hid his swords in a dingy basement. Even so, Faye insisted he could do better. So he became a dad to a new boy.
Easily the toughest task he ever undertook, especially
what?
after Faye unfortunately died.
But at
in
the same time,
mysterious
Atreus got on my
illness.
nerves at some point. But I love the
But
little
hey,
boy.
it
I
wasn't
love the little
Kratos'
boy.
fault this time,
Got on my nerves
and
though.
Faye left the tools he'd need to keep the boy safe in including the Leviathan Axe.
Far from the whirling rage of the Blades of Chaos, the Leviathan Axe was deliberate and mighty, said to rival Mjolnir itself.
Thor
Man,
wishes
look,
Mjolnir was as cool as this axe. It's
that
imbued
fight
with
was-
ice magic and a poison even the gods
I still love
fear.
that boss
It
fight.
can be
It was so
summoned to
good.
Kratos' hand from a distance, and it even shatters souls.
Kratos may have once been a sword of vengeance, but with his new weapons and a new purpose, he stood as a shield against the godly Aesir.
Too bad he just can't help but get in trouble with gods. But now he knew how to control his anger.
Which is even more important than it sounds. Kratos' Spartan rage summons an inner strength with magical properties.
He can even get so pissed off that he straight up heals himself. That seems like the opposite of what should happen.
Not all anger is problematic, and Kratos wields plenty of new weapons and relics to channel his rage through.
Like the Draupnir ring, which can summon a bunch of wind spears. They can absorb all types of energy and blast it back. He even has relics and magic that can warp space and slow down time.
Naturally, he contested with the strongest of the Norse
Yeah,
gods,
he got-
including
he-
the god
he-
of thunder, Thor. Who
He
was
get-
powerful
he
enough to
did
fight
get
the
OP
fire giant
during
Surtur
Ragnarok.
and the world serpent Jormungandr at the same time.
Oh, and that fire giant would be the cause of actual Ragnarok. You can't defeat me, Thor. I know, but he can.
Well, not exactly. Freyr, the rain god, held off Ragnarok for a considerable time on his own, and the sheer power of Ragnarok shook Yggdrasil down to its very roots.
That's the world tree, which is like a literal tree that connects the whole universe.
According to Freya, the tree's very existence supports all of creation among its boughs. Every strand transcending time, transcending space.
Which is kind of
Everything
crazy, like,
comes back to the tree.
because when
So
Kratos
it's
destroyed,
kinda like
you know,
Kratos lives in a really,
the
really,
Olympian
really
time,
big treehouse.
like
his quest
him
to free
destroying
the
it
Norse
didn't
world,
like affect
Kratos
Yggdrasil,
reclaimed
the
old
Norse
weapons
mythology
by
in any way
reckoning
or
with
something.
his past
But
sins,
yeah.
even taking up the blade
Yeah,
of Olympus
Valhalla
once
was
again.
really good.
Even better,
Valhalla
he
was
actually
awesome.
got to be a decent dad. And now the boy
That connection,
is a man and also
yep.
a bear.
Kratos made a
Loved it.
lifetime of mistakes, but this
Loved the
future
ending.
would be different. He'd be more than he was in the past. Not just a god of war, but a leader, a father, and a
God
defender.
of
a
defender
god
of hope. Yep.
Long
Alright,
ago,
let's go,
a
Asura.
demigod
What's up?
fell from the heavens.
I'm telling you, this
only
man's a
to rise
different
from
type of
the
beast,
depths
okay?
Naraka After 12,000
My money's on
years.
Asura. It is.
After 12,000 years, he's free to punch everything dumb enough to get in his way. He was the demigod of wrath, Asura.
Alongside 7 other demigod generals, Asura served as defender of humanity
Yeah.
against the impure.
Oh, yeah, he
Goma,
was in,
dark
Marvel vs.
spirit
Capcom.
monsters infesting the world.
Was he?
And
No,
the
wait.
demigods battled the Goma by
Was
wielding
he
a
in Marvel
mystic
vs. Capcom?
energy formed from human
I know
prayer.
there was like he
Mantra.
faced
By advancing technology
the
with
dude
mantra,
from Street
the
Fighter.
Guardian generals became essentially hyper-powerful mystic cyborgs. They could each harness mantra through a different emotional affinity. For August, it was greed. For Yasha, it was melancholy.
I'll give you one chance to guess what Asura's is.
By tapping into his wrath, Asura can take many forms for battle, like the 6-armed Vajra.
I ain't gonna lie, watching this makes me want to play it again. I'm not gonna lie.
Planet's will and the
I'm
source
probably
of
gonna
the
end up
Goma,
playing
Vajra.
Asura's Wrath.
But he wasn't angry enough to put
After
Goma
this, I'm
Bleach
not gonna
down for
lie.
good. At least not yet. Of course, since he's literally powered by wrath, no enemy of Asura's would be stupid enough to do something that would make him even more mad, right?
Yeah, you would think.
Right?
Nah.
Funny you should say that.
God damn it.
First off, Asura is not some one-dimensional anger machine. In myth, the Asuras were powerful and aggressive beings, sure, but not inherently evil, just like Asura himself. He's a warrior, but also a husband with a daughter,
Yeah.
Mithra,
And Mithra
And that's what
has
set
the
it off,
unique
too.
power to supercharge mantra energy.
which gave
Yeah, they
Asura's
wanted to use her as
prideful
like
commander,
as a
Deus,
battery
an idea.
basically
If he
to
could
power them.
weaponize Mithra, literally wiring her up to a super weapon, the Guardian generals could maybe finally end Goma Vlitra
Yeah,
for good.
use her as a
Well,
super weapon, but
obviously,
also
Asura
I think they
wasn't gonna go
used her
along
to
with that,
supercharge
so
them or
Deus
something like
framed
that.
Asura for killing the emperor, murdered his wife,
Yeah.
kidnapped Mithra, and then just straight up killed him. What a dick.
But true to his
Nah.
nature, Asura was literally too angry to die.
For
So long
real.
as a single part of his body remains and can possess mantra, he can climb back out of Naraka, a sort of
Yeah.
limbo underworld between life and death. Thanks to
That
some
man would
coaxing from
not
a strange
stay
golden
down.
spider, he did just that.
Still don't know who that
with
Ghost
all
Spider
new
was. I'm
purpose
trying
in
to
mind.
Make
don't remember
the
who that
gods
was.
Pay. Oh yeah, they're
Yeah,
calling
no, that
themselves
sounds familiar.
gods now. Turns out they're all assholes who started sacrificing thousands of innocent people to try to power up. So Asura got really pissed off.
And through his rage, Asura's power exploded, rising enough to throw giants like ragdoll, shatter whole moons, and destroy a fellow deity, Wyzen,
who could dwarf the planet and wreck it with just a finger.
That fight?
Look at this.
That fight?
Asura is
oh
so
my
powerful, his
God,
soul
that was
cannot
crazy.
be manipulated by the Goma or the deities. He can propel himself with mantra to fly, harden his fists to break steel, fire explosive energy blasts.
And
Ain't
you
no
so
way. Come
hard
on
you
now.
wish you could die even faster. The dude literally stockpiles anger into a burst of energy that can one-shot even the toughest of foes. And
Oh,
when he
man.
goes unlimited mode, he can rapid-fire those super attacks without overheating.
Asura's vengeance quest wasn't all shouting and explosions, though. I mean, it was a lot of that, but he also tried to protect people from the gods, including a girl who very much reminded him of his own daughter.
Yeah, Asura's the kind of guy who wants to be a great dad, but all he knows how to do is punch anything that upsets his kid, like that one dad that knocks out a ref at a Little League game.
And then the gods killed that girl too, along with her whole village, sparking Asura to unleash his berserker aura.
You know how the gods were sacrificing thousands of people to power
I forgot
up?
about that.
Well, Asura got so freaking angry, he built up enough mantra to match them, even though they've been building up energy for thousands of years. Seriously, guys, you're pissing off the guy who literally gets more powerful the angrier he gets. What did you think was gonna happen?
Yet even in berserker mode, Asura
a better fight for Asura, my opinion, will probably be the Hulk. That's just me.
They're big and glowy now. The man can launch so much angry mantra, he wiped out the god's whole space fleet in seconds.
Asura's anger raised to levels so high, even he couldn't contain it.
Ridiculous. Look at that. Look at that list. Oh my.
Even though it hurts Asura while he's in it, this form is still perfect for absolutely shit-stomping a snobby demigod's face in. It's okay, though. His brother-in-law punched the edge out of him.
Yasha saw the error of the deity's senseless sacrifices and teamed up with Asura for a coup against Zeus.
Awesome. They're bros again. Just in time for Asura to hit his former boss with so much mantra that he burst. Then dive into the planet's core to obtain power equal to 1,000 arms. His mantra form. Finally, a power capable of killing Litra in a big
after this I'm playing. There's some parts of the story I don't remember.
Was saved. Yet,
but
Asura's wrath hadn't been quelled.
Title drop.
It turns out that spider that guided him was actually Chakravartin, the creator of mantra and the entire universe.
And everyone's suffering was part of his plan to make Asura his heir.
I gotta play Asura's Wrath again, but because I'm like some of the stuff I remember, but the other stuff I'm like, wait, do I remember fighting that thing?
Enter the mantra reactor.
Jeez.
Holding 7 trillion souls, Asura instead used
it
as a vessel for a
it's been a minute.
His own unfiltered rage. At last, Asura could
show
the world
Kratos ain't winning this. Ain't no way.
Everyone from the humans to the 7 deities
there
to
is no
Chakravartin saw Asura's
way
anger as a
Kratos is
weapon,
winning this.
a
Absolutely
sword
not.
for tyranny. When that was never who he was. His rage was really a shield to protect humanity, and most of all, his daughter.
A shield larger than a planet. Unbound by his past limits, Asura's ultimate destructor form effortlessly punched through asteroids larger than nebulas, dodged planet-sized lasers moving 2 quadrillion times faster than light, and obliterated whole stars.
Chakravartin was
Where you get these numbers from?
Impressed and offered Asura a chance to take his place. Asura smiled at the offer and extended his arm
right into Chakra's face, as if he was gonna let some god trample over more worlds. Instead, he literally beat the QTEs out of God, obliterating him and his plans in a cosmic explosion.
But with Chakravartin dead, so was the concept of mantra itself. Those who depended on it could not survive, including Asura.
Hey, as long as Mithra was fine, it was worth it. Besides, he'll reincarnate millions of years later, still kicking ass, ready to smack a random bug, a meteor, or Ryu right in the balls.
It's interesting. Despite the dangers of uncontrolled anger, Asura's wrath gave him the power to save everything. All because of just one thing.
Some bastard made his daughter cry, so they had to pay.
Exactly.
Now that's a god I can get behind.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Asura's taking this. I'm sorry, he is. There's no way Kratos is standing up to that. Kratos ain't got Kratos's wrath, his anger is nothing compared to Asura's. Kratos, the god of war. I love the animation. Oh. What the? Whoa. It transported him? Okay. What the?
It's true then. The god of war is on Gaia, but not for long.
Yo.
You do not want this fight.
I love the voice acting. Sounds exactly like their respective voice actors for the roles. Ooh, okay. Oh. Yep, not fast enough. Nope. There we go. Okay. Aura for aura? That's what's up. I wanted to use that word this one time. Yep, 6 arms. Come on now, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, Kratos? Oh, come. Yep, ain't no way. No way. Oh my God.
You let your wrath consume you. I have been down that road before. Shut up! Very well.
Oh. I'm loving this, man. This is so fire. What? There it is. Okay. Ooh, wee. What? Nah. He ain't gonna stay down anyway. He's not. He's not gonna stay down. Yep. See his daughter cry. And this pissed him off even more. Oh, bro. Come on. Come on. Oh. Whoa. Literally broke reality. They ain't gonna do nothing. See? They ain't gonna do nothing. Oh.
This is not my end!
What you gonna do to that? What you gonna do? What are you gonna do to that, Kratos? I mean, come on. There's no way. No way. Nah. Nah. What? Nah. Nah. Nah, 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 nah.
Death has not heard me yet, Titan.
What? What?
You deserve a worthy end.
Nah, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Yep, and you still have, yep. Still has that sword. And what? What? Nah. Nah, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You are a monster no longer.
What? What?
I never was.
Right, he never was a monster, he was a father. He's a protector. Ain't no way. Oh, nah, I'm pissed. What? Nah, this ain't, no. It was a good, that was a dope fight. I ain't gonna hold you, that was a dope fight. But no. No. Nah. Nah, bruh. Ain't no way.
KO! Well, I guess asuraswrath really is gone. But are we sure this is how it'd go? Even though Asura can blow up stars?
Right.
Asura had some amazing displays of apocalyptic destruction.
Seriously?
But the full
Like,
scope of their
what?
speed, experience, versatility, and power sheds a
No.
surprising light.
First
At
off,
first glance,
you
speed
saw the
seems like
speed,
a
you saw
shoo-in
the
for
strength, you
Asura.
saw the
Kratos
no.
is quick, but he never dodged a universe-crossing laser.
That doesn't mean he
Exactly.
couldn't. Remember, as usual, we
No.
look at these characters at their peak, free from gameplay
BS.
restrictions.
No,
Yeah,
just
we're
because you
looking at
never seen him do it
everything
doesn't mean he
canon,
can.
and Kratos fought
We
and
saw
killed
Asura
Helios,
do
the
it.
sun god.
From the moment he's introduced, Helios is emphasized to be immensely powerful. Without Helios, darkness would shroud everything.
Nah,
His
man.
light was fast enough to
Nah.
illuminate the entire underworld while Kratos sailed through it, taking a few hours at most.
So, kinda hard to quantify, but that's consistent with the shockwaves the primordials caused that spawned the universe.
Arguments could be made for which is faster, the primordial shockwaves or Chakravartin's intergalactic lasers. Since it's so close, it's safest to assume their speeds are generally even.
But what does speed
No.
matter if you don't know how to use it? Let's cover experience. Asura lived across centuries,
Bro.
obviously a lot longer than Kratos.
Exactly.
And while Kratos eventually learned to control his rage, Asura pretty much always had that control.
So Asura easily takes experience. But when
Thank
it comes
you.
to versatility, he couldn't match all the weapons and abilities Kratos had.
Sure,
That don't
Asura's
mean
quite
nothing.
skilled and a monster at martial arts, but his fighting style mostly relies on one thing.
A whole
his
lot
fists?
of punching.
Kratos'
So what?
weapons, magic, runes, relics, and even his rage
They
gave him
barely
far
did
more
anything during the
options in
fight, though.
combat,
Nah,
slowing
man.
down time, healing
No.
injuries, and most importantly, multiple weapons that could drain a variety of energies, like mantra.
Yeah, when Asura loses all his mantra energy, that's it for him. So the Dropnir spears and the
What?
Blade of Olympus gave Kratos exactly what he needed. Versatility, and multiple ways to finish this for good before Asura just comes crawling
Ain't no
back out of
way.
the underworld.
If he could,
Ain't
Asura's
no
resurrections
way.
take years
Nah,
or whole
I'm not
centuries,
taking this.
days at best.
But all this assumes Kratos could match Asura's crazy strength. All roads lead to power, which should go to Asura, right? Look at what
Yes.
he can do. If this came down to who made the bigger kaboom, he'd kick Kratos' ass in 2 seconds.
But a closer examination of their feats reveals the truth.
At his peak, Asura overpowered Chakravartin, annihilating that cosmic golden god.
By measuring the dimensions of Chakravartin's body and scaling it up to match the size of this
Ain't no-
galaxy-eclipsing statue, we can determine its volume.
All right,
Add in the
exaggerated
density of
numbers
gold, for good measure,
aside.
assuming the form is solid throughout, and its
Like,
mass far exceeds not just
man,
our
I can't even
galaxy,
talk,
but
bro.
our
Like,
entire
I'm-
observable universe.
Destroying that big
What?
golden god would need energy on par with obliterating our universe 91,000 times.
No.
Extremely impressive and unfathomable. However, the same idea applies to Ragnarok shaking the roots of Yggdrasil.
Ragnarok is obviously a bit of a different beast than Kratos, but what really matters is what Freyr did.
Right, Freyr, a god comparable to Kratos, held back Ragnarok's power for a significant time.
So Kratos should be capable of the same level of power, or even more.
Using an official map and knowing the world tree's branches encompass all of existence, we can measure its size and volume.
And we know this map is accurate because it shows these two realms conjoined, which we see in-game.
Even if we assume the Tree of the Realms is only 1% solid, a significant low ball that Kratos should easily scale above, shaking such an incomprehensibly large structure would require enough force to destroy our universe's mass energy 9 million times over.
That's almost 100 times greater than Chakravartin's destruction. And this isn't some one-off outlier. I mean, a realm-shattering supergiant doesn't sound too different from the other Titans and Olympians Kratos defeated.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's easy to think that we never see Kratos do anything that matches Asura, but we do. Helios' speed matches Chakravartin, and Kratos outsped him. Atlas is strong enough to lift all of reality, and Kratos overpowered him. Kronos defeated the creator of the universe in a one-on-one fight, same as Asura, and Kratos killed Kronos. Add in the clear numerical comparison of Chakravartin, Ragnarok, and Yggdrasil,
First off,
and Kratos takes the
those
edge
Titans
in
were
power.
not even
But
in
hey,
their
Capcom,
prime.
if you give us Asuraswrath 2, we'll try this again.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Asuras, the sun rises. The god of wrath was Kratos.
The winner is Kratos.
Nah, man.
But what if?
And all seriously? What?
And that concludes my pitch for Asuraswrath 2. The end. Next time on Death Battle.
Ghost Rider. Oh yeah, Ghost Rider. Oh, Spawn. Okay.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Nice. There is a lot of things wrong with that fight, but that's just me. Hey, like I said, I love Kratos. I do, and I love God of War. But the things Asura can do, and the things we've seen him do in game, literally puts him above Kratos. I ain't about to argue with none of y'all, okay? Maybe a little bit, but look, Asura, there's no way, no. And that alternate ending, the only reason they gave us that alternate ending is that people was going to be pissed, me included. Okay, present company included. All right, nah, man. Now, where did Kratos get that power from to do that big warp, dropping a spear on Asura? Like, when did he ever display that kind of power in God of War? Yes, he can rain down spears, but it was never to that scale. And how they're gonna pull the same move, give him the same move of what he did to that big, what Asura did to the big guy in the game. Kratos looked like, I ain't gonna hold you, it was like an All Might moment. Like, I ain't put my back into it that time kind of moment. Like, I don't know how I feel about this fight, man. Oh my god, it was awesome. It was awesome though. It was a good fight. It was awesome seeing those two fight. It was really dope. Did I see something about LeBron versus Sora though? I'm okay. That probably be. I'll probably check that out another time. But anyways, what do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments, please. guys, help me out here. What do you guys think? Was this fight accurate? Should that have been a win for Asura, or do you think Kratos deserved that win? Like, let me know. Let me know, my fellow God of War fans, my fellow Asuraswrath fans. Let me know down below, please, because yeah, Asura should have took that. Asura should have took that. I'm sorry, he really should have. I'm sorry. That's just me. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this reaction, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more videos that's coming your way. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, Jesus loves you. God bless y'all. Peace.